Madam Temporary Speaker, I rise today to bring to the attention of the House the tragic events that have taken place in my electorate, in particular the explosion and fire that occurred in a convenience store on Darling Street in Rozelle shortly after 4 a.m. on Thursday the 4th of September, nearly 2 weeks ago. I rise to pay tribute and send my best thoughts and regards to the friends and family of those who died in this tragic event: Chris Noble, 27, Bianca O'Brien, 31, and her baby son Jude, who lived in apartments above the store and died when the explosion and subsequent fire broke out, causing the building to collapse. Rozelle convenience store owner Adil Khan remains in hospital after he was found in his shop underneath rubble and a refrigerator. The explosion obliterated the convenience store and the units above the shops. It's important, I think, for this House to be aware and acknowledge all of the grief and tragedy that's being felt in the community, but also I wanted to bring to the attention of the House and thank those who were involved in the emergency response and subsequent activities. In particular, my thanks go to emergency services, in particular Fire and Rescue New South Wales, police and ambulance services for their fantastic service, along with officers and officers of Leichhardt Council, including the councillors and the Mayor, during this recent terrible disaster in Darling Street. I also wanted to acknowledge the Minister for Police, who contacted me directly and took the time to ensure that I had the contacts in the New South Wales Police in order to help assist in the process. I've been representing this community, the community of Balmain, since being a councillor on Leichhardt Council, representing the Balmain Peninsula since 1999 for almost 14 years, and now as a state member of Parliament. And while we've never seen such a severe tragedy in the area, never before have we seen so many people come together to support our community. It's important to note that there are more than just the victims who passed, even though, of course, they are foremost in our hearts. Business owners, property owners, in particular the property owner who was required to demolish their building, the two adjacent shops next to the explosion site, all of them are victims in this situation, and our thoughts are with all of them. It's important to note that Leichhardt Council has been doing a lot of work in this area. I've been attending many of the regular 11 a.m. meetings at Hannaford Centre in order to provide updates to the situation, and there's been a range of community meetings which I'm pleased to say I've been able to attend to offer my condolences, support and active engagement around this issue. It's important also to recognise that the New South Wales Police have advised that they expect to reopen Darling Street by 6 a.m. Wednesday, the 17th of September, for one-lane traffic in each direction between Nelson and Merton Streets. Of course, the forensic investigators and Fire and Rescue New South Wales officers will continue processing the crime scene within the footprint of the incident site. There is an exclusion zone, but it will be confined to the immediate vicinity of 625 and 635 Darling Street. As we know, Madam Temporary Speaker, the neighbouring building on Darling Street, which had suffered significant structural damage, is being demolished, and that demolition is almost complete. Of course, it's a delicate operation because it's still a crime scene, but we know the importance and the primacy of ensuring that the investigation can continue to get to the bottom of this incident. I also wanted to recognise that those people who lived in the building being demolished were not able to return to those buildings to retrieve their belongings due to safety concerns, and I will continue to work with them to try to ensure that they have the best possible care and support. The detectives worked around the clock to sift through twisted metal, concrete and debris, but of course the safety concerns have been paramount. We know that those investigations are ongoing, and I offer my full support to the police and associated services in that process. Of course, the tragic loss of these members of our community would be compounded if we had businesses in that local area that would be forced to close. I encourage people to come back to Rozelle to support those local businesses, and I also note there will be a fundraising concert, a Rozelle Fire Appeal concert held this Sunday, the 21st of September, starting at 12 noon, with headlining acts including Diesel and other local representatives and local community organisations, Sausage Sizzle, Jumping Castle and other events in order to raise funds for those that have been so tragically affected by this incident. I also wanted to draw attention to the House that in the future we will be organising a fete in the street, a street fair, in order to bring people to that area of Rozelle. It's been a tragic situation, but I'm encouraged by the way that this community has come together, and while it will take a lot of time, it's important that we do rebuild, but of course always foremost in our minds are the friends and family of those who have lost loved ones, and I encourage all members to join with me to send our deepest sympathies to those people. Thank you.
Thank you.